All right, Kasia, let's start with just your start so we can see what you do. We've looked at the videos of you, pretty plain vanilla. There's no back leg kick, there's minimal head lift, and there's a very low energy arm swing, but I want to see you do it. And we're not going to test you on it yet. I just want to see, and we'll video it, and we'll look at that, and then we're going to show you the tandy start and start to work on it. Take your mark. Notice she flattened her back. So, Kasia, there's a couple of things you do that we don't particularly like. So you are weight forward, okay? So your center of mass is right over the front edge of the block. Notice how you flatten your back just slightly. But a lot of coaches teach that. We like to keep the back rounded, and we think it's strong. We've tested that. Pretty good head lift there, okay? Very short-lived,
Yeah.
right? And then that's very low energy arm swing. And you're basically bringing them underneath the body. Minimal hip lift. You're going in almost straight. Great toe point, slight knee bend. You get in cleanly, so you're not hurting yourself. But between the three coupling motions, there's not much going on. So that's what we want to try to see if we can improve by getting more energy. And it will not change the force coming on the block, although weight back will, but it'll change how far you go in the air. So first let me show you how we set up, okay, and then how we take our mark. It's a little different, and I just want to kind of see if we can try it this way. Again, we're just here to experiment and try things. So I'm going to blow the whistle. Okay, and what Brad likes to do is put the front foot right in the middle, which is about where you are, and then the back heel off the plate, but a little bit farther over, so he's more balanced, okay? Then he lets his arms hang below his knees, right there, but he doesn't go any closer than that, okay? Very relaxed arms, okay? So when they take the mark, he comes down, straight arm, like you are, thumb on the front, grabs, lifts the back foot here, pulls it over, and with the bum as high as you can, he pulls back 5 degrees until you, feeling the tension on your arms, pulling up on the block, feeling the weight shift to your back foot, okay? Now that's the cocked position, that's the set position.
So it goes behind?
No, even, right even, or even maybe slightly on this side. Don't go on the other side.
Okay.
So we want basically the two legs to be lined up, okay? Let's just practice that a couple of times. Go and start with the foot over here, and then you're going to lift, you're going to grab, you're going to lift, and you're going to lean, all pretty quickly, okay? All right. Take your mark, grab, lift, lean back. There. And that's exactly how far you want to go, okay? And did you feel the weight shift to your back foot? Do it one more so you feel, and I like keeping that back rounded and the bum as high as you can, okay? Back heel off the plate. Start with your hands just a little higher. There you go. That's it. And I'd say you're almost too far.
Yeah.
You don't even want to be that far. Pull back right there. And don't go any farther back than that. And some go way too far back, okay? All right, so from there, we're going to try the first thing, which is you're now going to pull on the block because you have a vector pulling you forward, okay, because you're behind your center of mass. You're going to lift your head and you're going to pull up on that block like you're pulling it out of the ground. And I want you to look up with your arms and keep your arms straight. Arch your back, get them past your hips, and bring them around in a circle. So you're going to make a big circle with the arm, and the head is going to stay up longer than you think it should. So you're going to keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. When an arm gets past your shoulder, then you're going to bring the head back down. So you have to kind of wait until that arm comes around before you bring it in. If you tuck it down too quickly, you're going to go too deep. Okay? Big arm circle. Take your mark. All right, that's what I would call like a half circle. It wasn't bad for the first try, and it's better than this. The head lift was, again, way too short. The arms are good.
So
at this point, you should be looking forward and your back should be arched, okay? So you have to really arch that back like we practiced. And then at this point, you kind of very minimally bent them. I would call that a Caleb bend, except Caleb comes way up over the top, and you're kind of going halfway. So that's taking what I call the shortcut. Take your mark. Good, and you feel that weight come back. You don't want to go any farther back. Once you feel the weight shift, stop the motion.
So when it's take your mark, I go.
You grab, no, don't move first. Grab first, lift, lean. There you go. Always grab first so you don't lose your balance. You've got the balance, and then you line up and you pull back just slightly. Okay. All right, big head lift, big arm swing. Take your mark. So at this point, when your hands are there, that head should still be looking forward. Okay. Your arms are almost straight there. I mean, that's a better motion, even if that's all we get. That's a better motion than when you were doing before. There's minimal hip lift, but I don't think.
How do you do a hip lift? I think that's my biggest.
You did it earlier when you just jumped in the water for the first time.
Yeah.
You did a hip lift. And I was saying, hey, she did a hip lift. I didn't see that on your stuff, but you did it there.
Yeah.
It's something you probably did without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
The way we practice that is run and dive. So you get a little run, you get a little speed, and you almost always lift the hip before you go in because you're going fast.
Yeah.
And in order to go in cleanly, you have to do that. I mean, we can practice that. All right, big head lift, big arm swing, and keep the head up. Keep it up. Take your mark. All right, so what you see is your head is up, the arm motion is okay. The back leg kick actually was pretty good. Right there, if the hip had come up, you would have had a good dive. As it turned out, you didn't, and so it kind of belly flopped a little bit, okay? And you see the size of your splash. With that hip lift, you would have gone in like a knife through butter. So let's go down to the other end. I want you to do 2 run and dives where you just get a little bit of steam, a little bit of speed. Jump off the concrete, lift your head, and then before you hit the water, you're gonna lift that hip and go in cleanly. And you'll feel it. It's like an aha moment when you do it. Okay, so swim down there. I'll go to the other end.
Okay.